What the? Okay, camera's a little bit too big, man. You compensating for something clearly. Anyways, hey, what's up? My name's Ira Cross, and this is First Mic, where we talk to comics about their first time on stage. I don't know what this is. Today we got Jules Wagner. She's great. That one makes more sense. It's smaller. So as you just heard, already too much fun. As you just heard from whatever I decided to do before this, we have the amazing Jules Wagner. Thank you so much for being on. If you're not clapping, you should be. Thank you so much for being on. I appreciate you and your loud ass prison pants.
My annoying ass presents and pants and outfit. Yeah.
Word.
Per usual.
So first question we ask everybody, what made you get into comedy? Why comedy?
It's kind of a weird answer, but I was in therapy at the time, and I feel like I was constantly, like, my therapist would ask me a question and I would like joke about the answer, and she'd be like, cool, you need to get work done though, so you need to go to like an open mic with that. And I was like laughing about it, but she was like, no, seriously, you should do like an improv class. Mm-hmm. So then I got an improv class for Christmas.
Nice.
From, I think it was my brother. It's either my brother or my like roommate at the time. I can't remember who gave it to me.
Huh. Love that.
I feel like that should be cut. They're gonna be like, wow, you didn't even fucking care that I gave it to you. Can I curse?
Yes.
Okay,
you can
awesome.
Curse.
I already did like 5 times.
It's fine. I would have been like, Brandon, start it over. Sorry. No, you're good.
They're gonna bleep it. No, and then I like went to the improv class and it was really fun. Mm-hmm. Shout out Paul Stelzer. He's at #comedy club. And then Paul was like, have you ever tried stand up? And I was like, no. But I've thought about it. My mom always said I should do stand up.
Right.
I don't know, because my mom like believes delusionally that I'm gonna just make it overnight. Like she thinks I'm the funniest person in the world. So she was like, you should do an improv class. I love hearing your stories. You should do a stand up class. I was like, class?
Yeah.
You just go.
Yeah.
And then I started it and I just kind of got like, I feel like it like sucked me in.
I love that.
And I've just been doing it ever since.
For sure. So wait, so when did that happen? When was the first time you actually went on stage? Stop. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a... I see what you're doing. You're not slick hitting me via video. Leave a comment too. That hurt?
February 2023.
You actually know the exact date. I wasn't thinking. I was thinking you were going to say like a couple years ago.
February 29th, 2023.
Is she the second person to know the exact date? I think so.
Tyson and I think, started on the same day.
No, really?
Yeah.
Wow. He didn't say the exact date. It was another person that said.
It also, Hobson was like right around that time.
Yeah, that sounds about. Yeah, you guys were all like in that like class,
and
if you will. Yeah. Yep.
It was like the 4 of us for some reason all at the same time.
I love that though.
Yeah.
No, that's dope.
It's nice to have people that you kind of start with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And they're all still doing comedy, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. I was like the camaraderie that just like even before like officially starting to like get to know all of you, you could see all of that there with all of you happening. And I mean, it still goes pretty strong from what I see from the outside looking in. So it's easy to just, it makes sense that you all had the same class, so to speak. No, I love it. That's great. Okay, so why comedy? I'm saying a lot. It feels like don't nod your head in agreement with no.
We'll fix that in post.
Look, we won't is the problem. He was nodding his head in agreement.
He's like,
and it was like not even
I say
a
like
face.
A lot, so
that's fair. But you're not hosting, so like he literally. It wasn't even like a you did. It was like a just pat. Yep, you did it. All these mistakes you make, you're
doing great.
Brandon, thank you so much. Because Brandon tells me later and I need it now.
Brandon,
validation.
Don't do that. We're just have to scrap it all.
I think one of every comic's favorite things is when we just interact with Brandon.
Brandon!
Because like nobody can see him.
He could not even be there.
He could not even be
there. For all
there.
People know.
And you're not the first person to say that either, which is hilarious. Except he does chime in every now and then. Loud enough.
They should mic him up.
We did.
I say they like it's not you guys running this.
We say they like it's not.
Brandon should mic yourself up. Brandon should mic him up.
You can't see him, but we're killing him right now. He is laughing. Ha!
He's literally
Redemption.
chuckling. He's
Redemption.
like,
yes, shoulders.
He's doing just the shoulders, no audible laugh.
it's like one of those things where he's trying to cover up his laugh, knowing that we don't care, and he's editing it.
That's how my boss laughs. He's just like, but he doesn't do that for anyone else. So I think I'm funny sometimes with him.
Dang, yeah.
I think he thinks I'm funny.
Yeah, he's a shoulder laugher.
I sounded so millennial. Like, sometimes I think I'm funny.
Thank you for insulting us.
Sorry. You guys deserve it. I'm sorry. You all hesitate before you laugh.
I had questions. I don't have any more questions.
It's like, why? It's true. You guys will be like,
it's fucked up. I think she's describing just white people that are millennials.
True. But also millennials do that.
Fuck you. How about that?
That was the millennial pause.
I get it from Chappelle.
Okay.
I was going to do it, but I didn't want to get made fun of again. Damn.
Yeah, you should. You should fear that.
I want to throw this. And
any
just be
man
like,
should fear that around me. Just getting roasted.
Shit is real. I was hesitant because of that. I'm going to go to my next question because I'm scared now. No, why comedy in Columbus?
Well, I live here. So
Fair.
I started, actually, no, I did start, I forgot about this. I started actually in Virginia Beach, like in college, and it was the worst experience ever. Like I hated it. I got up, it was horrible. You bomb all the time when you start. And it was just like, I was so uncomfortable. And I think a lot of that had to do with, I just didn't know myself very well. So like, I feel like comedy is a lot harder when you don't know yourself.
Word.
When you know yourself, it's like no one can really convince you to do what you want to do a different way.
Right.
And I think that is very important because if you listen to every single piece of advice, like then you're just everybody. You're not you're not authentic or your own version of it. So I started in Virginia Beach, hated it just because like the environment, the people.
Right.
It was just like frat bros.
Yeah.
Like, and it was just not my vibe. And that was how it was at the time. It could be completely different now.
Sure. Yeah.
Or just maybe the few open mics I went to. Went sporadically for like about a year. And I was like, I don't know if this is for me.
Fair.
And I'm like a theater kid. So I was like, this is not what I want to do. And then, I was like, I'll give it another try. It's like completely different city.
Right.
And the Midwest is a great place to start.
Hell yeah.
There's lots of stage time. It's fun. I love our scene too. I think that our scene has really grown a lot in the past 2 years that I've been doing it. Like even just in volume of open mics and shows, we have so many more now and so many more people that are sticking around for longer. Like when I first started, this was just my point of view, but like there were a lot of people that I would see for like a few weeks and then I never saw them again. And now it's like more people that are in it for the long run, which I really enjoy.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
think it's
dope.
that incentive of having good shows.
Yes. I mean, I think that, and then like looking at the community, there are people who are willing to be like, all right, this person's came to like 2-3 shows. Let's like talk to them a little bit and like throw some advice their way. And people are kind of joking with other people. Like people are more invited, and I mean, maybe they feel more welcome. I would assume so if they stick around, you know? So that's makes a lot of sense to me.
It's a great community of people. I didn't have any real community, I don't think, before I started doing comedy.
Really?
Like, I literally moved here with Mel, and she was pretty much the only person I knew.
Yeah.
And there was, like, the gay community, but I didn't really know a lot of people.
Right.
So comedy was kind of like my creative.
Yeah.
I need something creative and not just something like centered around drinking.
Yep.
So
which
no shade.
Which is funny that you picked comedy because kind of centered around drinking sometimes.
Kind of, but there are a lot of sober comedians.
For sure.
Like
and there's a lot of sober shows.
Sober.
Yeah.
I don't think Tyson drinks or smokes or does any of that. No. There are like a lot of people like that, or they go long periods of time without drinking or smoking because we are in bars like every night.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think another person that, you know, we worked with, we had Amber on. Yeah, she's what, 700 plus days sober?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of comics that are definitely sober, which is awesome. Yeah. You know, and I don't shade anybody for drinking. I mean, I drink, but I also am not a person that feels like that I have to wean myself off of anything. So respect to people who start sober and just keep that thing going. So
I try not to at mics. Yeah. Because I feel like it's I mess up my timing and it's just expensive. Like if you get in the habit of it, it's really expensive. And then you kind of use it as a crutch.
Yes.
Like if you need to drink before going on stage, how do you really know what you're doing right and wrong?
Yeah.
You know, but that's just my experience.
No, sure.
I'm very sensitive though to like alcohol and
fair enough. I think for me personally, if I were to be a comic that was on stage, I would be like, I'm at work. I don't want to drink.
That's kind of part of it too.
That's
I haven't smoked weed in like 80 plus days.
damn. How's that feel? Applause.
I feel very creative. I feel like I'm less lazy. Like I feel like my actual creative best time is like 10 a.m. But most of the time I'm working, so I can't really do anything about it.
Right.
But when I'm at work, I'll be like thinking of all these things I want to write about at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Where before when I was smoking like every day, because it was every day, like at night, I was like not having that at all. And I had to force myself to write. So now it's like it comes a lot more naturally.
Yeah.
But I do want to get to a point where it's like I can just do it on the weekends and or like here and there.
Sure.
But I didn't have that relationship.
Interesting. That is really interesting. No, I mean, I love that. So
Weed. I love weed.
I'm just going to try not to do this.
Trying not to be a millennial. It's in your blood. Just accept it.
I have. I just don't.
There are things about Gen Z too that people make fun of, and it's like they're just. I'm Gen Z, and we're genuinely like socially adept, annoying, brain rot.
The brain rot is real.
The amount of times I try to talk to a Gen Z and they're on their phone, I'm like, oh my god! Like, look up. Your neck is gonna be like literally cooked shrimp.
Yeah.
For the rest of your life.
Yes, just stuck. You got somewhere
I
to be?
need to turn off my group chat.
She just getting blown up over here.
No, it's fine.
Just tell Siri to be quiet. Just be like, hey Siri, put phone on do not disturb.
Okay, hold on. Can I do that?
Yeah, do it. Technology.
Hey Siri, put phone on do not disturb.
Apple plug. It's because I'm a millennial.
Crazy eye contact with you.
Why is she looking at Brandon like that? Hey Brandon, put on
Hey
do not
Brandon,
disturb.
put my phone on DND. No, I did it.
It's on the thing
My
by the
watch did
stuff.
it. You're a real one though.
It's next to the thing that's next to the thing.
That's the kind of men we need in the world, is men who will be like, you know what, you're right, queen, I got you.
Just tell me exactly where it is and what to do.
Yes, queen, whatever. I refuse to find tampons in your purse though.
Have you done that? That's because
What'd you find in there, an IUD?
Oh, what's worse than that?
Diva Cup?
Oh.
Come on, don't make me guess. Oh, okay. That's normal.
So you had to wade through trash, so to speak.
I've like thrown my underwear in my purse and changed it.
You said yes to trash, yes to underwear.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So dirty draws?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, that means you didn't grow up with black women, because it was always going through women's purse to find what they needed or get beat.
I was taught not to touch other people's items.
Yes, unless you're told to.
Yeah.
Which
don't go in people's drawers. Don't go you're
gonna find something you don't want to find.
Mel is so Hispanic. She'll literally like walk into someone's house and be like, "What's in your snack drawer?" And she won't ask. She'll just open the drawers.
That's
in
hilarious.
the cabinets. And the first time it happened, we were at like a white friend's house, and I was like, "You gotta stop!" It was like
can't do that.
It was like my best friend's like family home.
Oh,
and it was the first time meeting them, and I was so stressed, but they didn't care. They were so chill because there's like 8 of them.
Oh,
but like
yeah. That's
any
hilarious.
other person, I think that would have gone differently.
They
were just trying to be super accepting of us being gay.
Right? They were like, "This is fine. It's what they do, right?"
It's
fine. I think this is what they do. Something that they do.
It's quirky.
Is this a new custom that they have?
She had the peas on her head, like, "Oh my god, you can't take me anywhere. I'm so crazy."
Oh my goodness. So for anybody who thought this was going to be a conversation, it was very straightforward.
Nope. Sorry.
Nope. Next question.
I was so annoyed.
I am not. I love this because it's making it easier to just get the time that we want to get, have a good conversation. This is what people like. They like to just see two people talking and having a conversation. If not, they wouldn't have made it this far into the video or the podcast. Not that they could hear a wink.
Well, not without the sound effect.
Oh,
that
Brandon's going to add it on later.
Cling. Yeah.
But so you kind of were like talking about your first mic experience in Virginia Beach, which you're not from here. People that don't know that. Yeah, you're not from these parts.
From Virginia.
I don't know if Brandon knew this. Can you tell Brandon where you went to school? I don't know if this will hit for you the way it would for
T.C.
me.
Williams High School.
You know what that is?
Remember the Titans. The high school from Remember the Titans.
Yes, and
it's really cool.
Yes,
I think
it is.
They were so bad at football though. That's the funny part is like They would the other teams would be, you know, the chants that people do like during football games.
Yes.
They'd be like, "You suck." We'd be like, "Where's your movie? Where's your?" It was great because we always lost. We watched it like every time we had a substitute. So
I bet. Yeah, I bet. And
Yeah.
I love football, so I've seen that movie more.
It's a good movie.
It's a
definitely
really good
like
movie.
drinking the Kool-Aid. Like
It's Denzel Washington
but it's
too. Like
yeah,
how you
but
messed
how
that
could
up?
you not with Denzel Washington?
Right.
There?
So there's Anywho, moving on because I had to plug that. I think
movie.
Jackie would have beat me up if I didn't make you talk about Your School because she loves that movie too.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It's very well produced. Like just watch it
is.
again now and you'll appreciate it.
I really think you will.
You'll be crying a little
Probably.
when the one guy. Let me not spoil it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's real life and it's an old movie. Anywho,
Yeah, spoiling of like 30-year-old movie is
yeah,
crazy.
it's like, dog, really?
Yeah, right?
right. Or anybody who's not seen like the biopic of any person, they're like,
Yeah.
so he gets really famous. What? How do you ruin that, dog?
Yeah.
You've heard his music.
No, for real.
Anywho, so tell us about your first mic, even
Here
if
in Columbus.
whether it's here in Columbus
I
or
already talked about the other one.
yeah. Moving on.
And I honestly like, part of the reason I was in therapy, everyone knows this locally, but like if you're watching whatever and you've never seen me before, I had cancer. So like that was part of the reason why I was in therapy. And I really just like needed to get out and about without like doing anything. And I couldn't drink at the time because I was like doing chemo.
Yeah.
So, but this was after I did chemo and I was just trying to get back out there. Anyway, it was like a whole
Gen Z brain.
I also like have horrible memory after doing chemo, so that's part of it.
That makes sense too.
So I don't honestly remember anything about that mic except for how bad I sucked and how embarrassing it felt.
Wow.
But like, and just like bombing in front of a bunch of like frat dudes, like it felt really shitty. But now I went to a mic like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I think the first one was Crescent Lounge.
Okay.
Which is a crazy mic. Like, it's just like a really difficult room. And especially if you've like never gone up, it's like a crazy mic to go first at.
Yeah.
To have it be your first mic. So I went there and I just kind of like told a story. It went fine. It wasn't like good, but I just told a story. And then from there, like the parts that I got pops at, I was like, oh, now I know how to write the jokes.
Yeah.
And I attempted to write the jokes and the jokes went fine. I went to Summit and it went fine.
Word.
But I thought it was great. I was like, hell yeah, I just fucking
killed.
crushed, you know? But I like probably bombed my ass off. And then I went to like another mic expecting to like still be funny and I wasn't. And I remember like all these people, because I'm a girl, were like, oh my God, Jules, it's fine. It's just the room. It's all like the room is really hard and la la la. And then afterwards, like Johnny Collins overheard all these people saying that to me. And he was like, hey, by the way, it's never the room. It's always you.
Yeah.
And honestly, it felt harsh at the time. It was funny to me. But looking back on it, I really think that piece of advice like shaped me.
Yes.
In my career. Like, I'm so glad I heard that 3 mics in.
Yeah,
because then I didn't blame anything on the room ever. Like I never blame anything on the room.
You having worked with you, no, you don't.
No, it's
even
always
when I
me.
gave you an out.
Like it's always me. I don't care about the room because the room, like with enough stage time, everyone has their off nights. That was a really off night for me, obviously.
Right.
But like you should be able to do well in any room.
Sure.
And that's part of like getting better.
Yep.
So, and we're all still working on that. Like I'm still working on that a lot. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, this is so, I'm not a comic, but this is the thing that I'm working to get better at all the time. Like Brandon will give me shit and I will like jokingly not take the advice about it. But like, I'm getting better at being in front of the camera and holding the microphone. Cause I mean, as my full-time job as an actor, I'm used to being in front of the camera
and not having a microphone
Like
you have it in a place where you don't think about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then if it is in a place where I think about it, I'm thinking like, don't hit your chest.
And that's almost like harder for me because like whenever I do acting stuff, like I'm used to holding a mic, so I don't need to worry about like what am I doing with my hands.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
we experienced as well when we were filming those episodes.
Yep.
Those sketches, because I was like, God, I just like feel uncomfortable. I don't know what to do with my
Yes.
hands.
Yes.
And it's always better when they give me like a prop or
Yep.
something to work with.
Did you see me cheat and grab my cup?
No, I was holding my cup the whole fucking time. I was like, it's empty. I don't care.
Yeah. So for those that don't know what we're talking about, if you're watching this on YouTube, pause this video. Actually, no, finish this video and then go to our first episode and go through the whole playlist. By then, there'll be more posted there.
Mm-hmm.
I could give Brandon shit this time. Look at it. Look at it.
That's
I'm
on
winning.
me.
I'm winning. No, I'm not. He's got me like 60-1. That is 100% true is what he said if you didn't hear him.
That's why he's not sweating it. He's
like, yeah, you're right. Moving on. Next problem. So the last question that I'll ask you before our rapid fire questions, as I flip this around and mess with Brandon and his ability
his audio
to mess with the audio. The last question I'll ask you before we get to our rapid fire is if you could give advice to any comic, and you've kind of dropped a couple of nuggets, but if you can give advice to any comic that's starting out or thinking of starting out, what would you say?
Well, I'm going to start out by saying I don't know shit about fuck. Okay. I'm like 2 years into this. So I feel like I'm really not in a place to give advice. But
Sure.
if someone was like begging me for advice, which like I say this all the time when people ask me for advice, I'm like, dude, I don't even know yet.
Word.
I just figured out my process for writing at 2 years in. Like it took me a really long time to figure out how to write my jokes.
Right.
Like it took a really fucking long
Sure.
time. So that's the first thing I'll say. But if someone made me give them advice, I would say get comfortable on stage, go to as many mics. Well, not even that, because some mics are more productive than others, in my opinion.
Sure.
Like there are some mics in the beginning that I was like, I'm not going to go there because it just like kills my confidence. I'm not ready yet.
Right.
And the more I got comfortable just like being on stage and holding a mic, like you said, the better I got at and more confident I got in my jokes.
Right.
Also just like believing in your material. There are so many times where I've like gone on like I would be about to go on stage thinking, oh, they're going to hate me. And that's like the most counterproductive shit ever. Like you just have to fucking be delusional, go up there, believe in your jokes. If people aren't laughing, like move on to the next joke. And this is advice I could take myself sometimes, but like, don't let it like overcome you in a way. Because there have been times where I'm like starting to bomb. Then I'm like, oh, I got to shift a little bit a different way. And then I start doing something else. And then it gets better. And then it's like, I overcome it and somehow like I get them back on my side.
Yeah.
But you can't do that when you're just like, damn, this sucks.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be able to get through it.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I think one of the best pieces of advice you just gave is like, you're so new to this that you're still figuring it out. And
some people don't ever think that.
No, they really don't. They're like, oh, I've been doing this for a year consistently. I can do whatever. No, like that's not, it's like, I think the best advice somebody who is, I guess, as new as you would be like, here's advice I heard that works. So that's why I was like, when you mentioned, Johnny Collins saying that to you, I'm like, yeah, that's a nugget to give to somebody that's worth hearing and good to hear and useful right now.
Because even if it's embarrassing to bomb, like you can listen back and learn from every bomb. You can learn so much more from a bomb actually than you can from doing well. That's why at open mics, like I used to do my material that I already knew worked and like try to edit it as much as possible. And that works for some people. That's not really my process.
Sure.
Because I can do that at a show and it'll like, I think I'll get a better idea. Mics for me are just ways to like clean out the garbage disposal.
I love that.
Like I feel like I need to just get my thoughts out.
Yeah.
And like there are people all the time that are like, I bombed at that open mic, and it's the dumbest shit ever because it's like it's an open mic. That's literally what it's for. You can't bomb an open mic.
No, exactly.
Except for when I bombed in Cleveland at an open mic, and it was really in front of every single Cleveland comedian I knew. That was a bomb. But I should have just stuck with tried and true for out of town stuff.
Sure.
But around here, if you're like regularly going to mics and stuff, I feel like you have to take the risks and not give a shit about like bombing or if you're bombing at mics.
Yes.
Where people are not paying for a show. Who cares? Just go up and do whatever you want to do.
Yep.
Like sometimes I get up there and I just tell a story and people think it's like not productive to tell stories on stage.
Sure.
It's so productive for me because if some part of the story feels more interesting to people than others, that's where I know to write the jokes.
Yeah.
But if I just go up there with pre-written jokes when people aren't even invested in what I'm talking about yet, like the
Right.
story, it feels like a waste of time. And writing jokes is never a waste of time,
Sure.
but it's less productive when I know I'm never going to use that joke again.
Right. No,
You
that's
know?
no, that's really good. And I think what I'm hoping that people see is that not to use your process, but that everybody's process can and should be different.
Totally.
Like maybe take pieces of what you're doing and do something. But yeah, I think that's a super impactful thing to see how you write, how you deliver a joke, how you figure out where you want to put, the punch or tack, whatever. I think that's super important too. But that also comes from just even like people can watch you and hear, hear us talk about this now. That also comes from going to mics and just watching people.
Yeah.
Like one of the things that Jarrell talked about is if you want to be good at comedy, study comedy. Go to the mics, watch the comics do their thing. Go to the shows, watch the comics do their thing.
Especially shows, I think.
Yeah.
Because mics, if you saw me at a mic, you would think I'm like the worst comedian in the world. Like and a lot of people around here I've noticed they like especially in the beginning I experienced this. The only way you're really getting booked in the beginning is by doing well at mics.
Yeah.
So like if you're relying on that, that's different. I think when I started, I was like, I have to crush this every open mic to get booked.
Yeah.
And I tried my best, but I also wasn't.
You believe it or not, they can't hear them.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Yes, I know. I had to learn
didn't
that
know
the
if you
hard
wanted
way.
me to pause.
Nope,
Okay.
I learned that the hard way. And those who've been watching, no.
I also haven't. What was I saying? I was saying open mics.
And trying to do really, really well at them.
Oh yeah, I feel like I do way better now. Like I'm writing more new material by taking the risk at the open mic and potentially bombing.
Yep.
And it doesn't really feel as embarrassing anymore because people know like what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
So like I've been booked on a decent amount of shows, and I've been really grateful and lucky to be like as booked as I am 2 years in. And I just try to never take a stage for granted, no matter what. But at open mics, I will do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Yes.
And
yeah.
Mike Larson, though, he has a great piece of advice that he gave me really early on, which was never go on stage without doing a new joke. So even if it's a show, like always do a new joke, even if it's something short and sweet. And I try to really emulate that because I think I do that.
Yeah.
I think I do that.
Yeah, yeah.
I've gotten a lot better at like riffing that way because like maybe that joke doesn't work for that set, but later on I could use it for something else.
And it could be something that really hits because you might be like, all right, I riffed in this and it didn't really hit the way I wanted to. Let me see how it works in an open mic just because I'm throwing it away. Okay, I can see how to refine it, and then you bring it into a show.
Totally.
And people don't think that way. I think some comics are weird, especially comics that stick with it. They're weird people because they're like, all right, this didn't work. Let me try it again and feel the pain of it again. Most people don't like rejection.
No, I don't give up on jokes very easily because writing is hard. Like I'm a great writer. I went to school for writing. Like I've been a writer since I was a kid. My mom, like she used to print my stuff out and red pen it. And I, at the time, was like, "This is rough."
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm so glad she did that because now I'm so much stronger. Of a writer. Like she always emphasized grammar. Which is, it doesn't seem useful nowadays, but it really is because there are so many people that don't know just basic grammar. One day I want to write a book.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, yeah.
And my mom used to be an editor, so she. Yeah, she really emphasized that we knew how to write.
Right.
Whether it was on the computer or like in person or like just writing thank you notes to people.
Yeah.
My mom was really big on us writing.
Love that.
So, and she's an artist. So always emphasize creativity in us and never, like I would tell people at school, oh, I want to be an artist when I grow up. And they would be like, there's no money in that, which is so fucked up that people are telling kids that.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Because like then I was like, great, I guess I'll become a fucking doctor.
Yeah. And
which I was never going to do.
No, let's be real. All right. Rapid fire-ish. Favorite comic in Columbus that's not you?
I can't narrow it down to one, but I
Fair.
love Dan Seabree. He's
great.
so good.
Dan's
and
great.
So funny and so quick on his feet.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Winkleman, so good. Jesse Pimpinella, so good.
Mm-hmm.
I think those three really have like shaped my perspective a lot.
Sure. Yes. And now that you said that, I need all three of them on the show.
Yeah.
Dan,
But so
Dan
many
is in
more.
luck. But
There
yeah,
are like so
sure.
many more that have helped me. Mike Larson. Like there's so many people.
Yeah.
But those three are really like, oh my God. Jesse Pimpinella. He's like so he's like a comedy nerd, and
Mhm.
it's so helpful because he has a really specific process, and if a joke is not working, you can talk to him about it, and he'll
Mhm.
be like, all right, well, I need like there was a joke that was not working for me. He was like, I have a clip that you sent me of this not working. Do you have a clip of it working? And then he like helped me from there figure out what went right and what went wrong,
Yeah.
and where I could use that joke versus like it's just not an everywhere joke.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's really good. He's just so smart, and they've all been doing this for way longer than me, and they just like know more than I do.
Right.
So they're just really incredible.
Right. Favorite comic in general?
I really like Mary Beth Barone.
Okay.
Oh my God. And Benita Skinner.
Word.
God, I saw Mary Beth Barone with Allison and Bridget and Roxy and Kitty.
Okay.
All four of them. All five of us. And it was such a good show. Her opener was so funny. She was like a masterclass in you actually don't have to pander to the crowd. Because if you do this long enough and you are good at it, your crowd will come to you.
Word.
So like she did not, I feel like, I'm sure she shuffles a little bit between audiences as to like what might work in one city versus the other.
Right.
But her audience was like all girls and gays. And I really loved that because I feel like that would be also my audience.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to see her sell out hilarities.
Yeah.
And she could have probably done a bigger arena because it was like people came from Columbus.
Right.
A lot of people, even people at my work. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that was a really cool thing to watch.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everyone has been guilty of switching their material up.
Yep. And I mean, and sometimes it makes sense because you know who your crowd is, and knowing your crowd, I think, is important. But if you're at that level and you're able to do that, respect.
Yeah.
Like,
and in the beginning, you can't really control who your crowd is.
No, of course not. You go with what you can. I'm skipping some questions because we're at that point. Best way that you deal with hecklers?
Oh my God. I'm so mean to hecklers.
You are.
I mean as fuck to hecklers.
You are.
But they'll never do that shit again.
No, and they pause and stop and adjust. I've seen it.
I had a show at Leapin' Lizards in Hilliard, and they were literally like would not shut up, and I told them to shut the fuck up.
No, I watched that.
That was so.
That.
I was so mean.
You were so mean.
But they were like, they loved me after that. They just like some people just need to be bullied, and they want to be bullied. But obviously, some hecklers are really sensitive, which is crazy. Because how are you going to heckle me and then cry about what I said to you? Right. Shut the fuck. I have a microphone and you don't. I'm going to be mean as fuck to you.
Please have a seat, even though you're already seating.
Yeah, but
yes.
Yeah, no, exactly. Mean. So I think I address it, and sometimes I move on and sometimes I can't move on because they won't shut up, and then I'm mean to them. I'll give them the opportunity to shut up.
Right.
But if they don't stop after that, it's fair game.
Yeah,
I'm mean as hell to hecklers.
Yeah, and if they want to be sensitive, that's their problem.
Sometimes they makes them heckle me more, I think, but whatever. I grew up with brothers. I don't give a fuck.
I think you handle. I mean, every time I've seen you do it, like that specific show you're talking about, I think you handled it pretty well. And like you said, they loved you.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even like after the show that they said something. I'd noticed during the show they were like in love with you. So
yeah, I don't know why people need to be mean. Someone to be mean to.
They paid for that show too, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Weird.
Last 3 questions. All were social media related. Sorry.
That's okay.
Gotta do it. That's really for the millennials. Sorry.
It's fine. It's a part of it.
So least favorite social media, if I could say words.
My least favorite kind of social media is the one where I feel like people are just not being authentic. I hate it when it's like influencer, like here's a day in my life, and I went to Pilates, and then I got ice cream, and then I went back home and I took my dogs for a walk, and it's like in between all of that, they probably got a really bad call, or like it was filmed over 3 days, or they took a shit, and it's like they're not including that they don't need to include that, but like they're not including anything bad in there. And then people get this idea that that's like how it is.
Yes.
And it's just not like that. I mean, I think we all know like social media isn't real.
Sure.
But I try to be as authentic as I can with my social media. And I feel like it has I'm really developing like a niche audience.
Yeah,
I don't want to fool anyone into who I really am because that's annoying. And then I just have to be fake.
Right. Your take on Scorpios hurt my feelings and also made me feel seen in the best way possible, but I'm
You
fine.
would be a fucking Scorpio for that because that's a Scorpio-ass comment to be like, your Scorpio video was really hurtful. Y'all are mean as hell.
Anyways.
Scorpios are mean as fuck. What are you? Two water signs working together.
Yeah. That's
actually kind of cute.
Because
I like
we
that.
flow?
No, okay. That was millennial.
Damn, I can't say nothing.
No, you can't.
You
it's
got
in your
2
bones.
minutes.
It's in your bones. It's okay.
Anywho, so you took it a different direction. I wasn't expecting you to take it like that direction in terms of social media, but what would be your favorite type of social media then?
My favorite type of social media is, so like this is a weird answer. I lost my best friend like a year and a half ago, and I feel like I really started getting a lot of like grief videos on my TikTok.
Sure, yeah.
Which at the time I was like, I don't want to see this shit.
Sure.
But it's really helpful when people talk about real life shit to me. I really like being able to like be going through something and look it up on TikTok and find a video that relates to what I'm going through. Not saying that is like everyone's, experience. Right. But for me, I really appreciate people who are like, damn, I had a bad day today. And I don't need that all the time.
Sure.
But it's nice to hear amongst all of the like, and now I'm going to go get sprinkles in my coffee and it's going to be the best day ever. And then my dog's going to shit, but I'm not going to pick it up. Like, it's like better than that for me is to go and watch a video and they're like, damn, I had a really rough day today and here's how I dealt with it. I really like content like that.
Yeah.
Especially from comedians.
Yes.
Because we're always on, So it's like, sometimes you're not always on, dude.
And there's nothing wrong. That's human.
Yeah.
That is human behavior. So speaking of all that social media, how can everybody find you on social media and where?
Okay, at Jules M. Wagner on Instagram, at Not Euphoria Jules on TikTok.
You're making up a lot of words right now.
There's a girl on Euphoria named Jules, and every time I tell people my name is Jules, they're like, "Oh my god, like Jules from Euphoria." So I had to put Not Euphoria Jules, but I have to. There's also not Jules M. Wagner is taken.
What
on TikTok?
That
like,
sucks.
Who's impersonating me? And then Threads. I use Threads a lot.
You do, and I love it.
I'm a threadhead.
You have brought me between you and Brandon and like 3 other people. Y'all have seriously brought me into Threads, and I'm not mad about it. Both my regular account and the Independent Comedy Collective account. I'm like, I love Threads.
She hates Threads.
You hate,
but Twitter isn't Twitter anymore. Don't fuck with me. People aren't getting on in World Star fights like they used to.
No, people are. It's just white people.
And I don't want to see that.
I do.
Because they're too.
That's not true at all. There's respect for you getting on Black Twitter, but there's also Black Threads.
She's a POC.
And Black Threads is fire.
There's Black Threads. I'm not even on Black Threads.
You wouldn't be.
Why would I be on Black Threads?
You went to TC Williams. That'd be the only reason. That
school is very diverse.
That's what I'm saying. That'd be the only reason you would be on there.
I was on Black Twitter in high school because of that.
That's hilarious.
And I felt like I belonged.
The way you elongated.
I was a hot Cheeto girl.
I was a hot Cheeto at 10 in the morning.
Like, not really, but kind of. I was like drinking a Diet Coke at like 7 in the morning and like piece of gum smacking in my mouth.
Jeez, man.
And I'd be like, best friend.
So as you can tell, we can go for hours. It's ridiculous. We're going to go for hours after this. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I'm trying to say as much as I can before she interrupts me again with random stuff.
With more lore.
With more lore. But for those that are watching and listening, thank you. My goodness. Thank you to Rehab Tavern. Shout out Rehab.
Shout out.
Yeah. For hosting us, housing us, loving us, giving us drinks, but not for free. They're great drinks, though. I hope, Brandon, please make sure you cut into all of this that's happening between me and her being a fool. So thank you all so very much. We appreciate you. Check out the next episode. First, Mike, this is the best ending and the worst ending I've had. How? Woo! That's the first one you've clapped for.
She knows me.